The Artemis II arrived at the launch pad earlier today.
Is it spring or summer? Stay tuned to find out on my first weather forecast.
And an Easter egg extravaganza. All that and more right now.
This is News 3 New Mexico, your local source for news, sports, and first weather.
Welcome back to News 3 New Mexico. I'm Drake Long.
And I'm Samantha Stressman. Thank you so much for watching.
A Lincoln County man has been sentenced to life in prison for a 2024 murder. Gabriel Thyberg has been convicted of first-degree murder charges for the 2024 murder of Nate Ogden. Thyberg and 3 other individuals posed as law enforcement and forced their way into Ogden's mobile home. Thyberg then shot and killed Nate Ogden before stealing money and narcotics.
A man was arrested on Thursday night after an accused attempted kidnapping. Gary Raymond Starr has been identified as a suspect in the alleged kidnapping that took place on Tuesday night on the New Mexico State University campus. The incident occurred around 11:15 p.m. near Arrowhead Drive in Sam Steele Way. The victim stated she was running when a gray sedan pulled over and the man inside attempted to grab her. Starr is currently being charged with battery and false imprisonment. No further update has been given at this time. U.S. White Sands Army Missile Range posted a video on March 17th informing people of changes to the 37th Annual Baton Memorial Death March. Colonel Drew Morgan and Command Sergeant Major Hermes Acevedo announced that the march will be shortened from 26.2 miles to 15.6 miles. Colonel Morgan said, quote, "The heart of this event has never been about the miles. It's about the memorial. It's about honoring the courage, sacrifice, and endurance of those soldiers who endured the original Baton Death March. That sacred purpose remains unchanged, and together we will fulfill it this Saturday on the honorary course. The march is held Saturday and honors the men who surrendered in the Philippines on April 9th, 1942, during World War II.
Measles cases in New Mexico are on the rise, with an increase of 55% over the same time period as the previous year. The count is now 13 cases, and all 13 cases are linked to 3 county detention centers. 8 cases are in the Luna County Detention Center, 3 cases in the Donna Ana County Detention Centers, and 2 in the Hidalgo County Detention Center. The New Mexico Department of Health has deployed vaccination crews to all 3 facilities to reduce the risk of further spread. Dr. Miranda Durham, Chief Medical Officer for the NMDOH, stated as families gear up to travel over spring break or summer, we encourage people to check their vaccination records and ensure that they are up to date. And measles remain very active in many parts of the country and abroad. New Mexico health officials are encouraging residents to check their vaccination records, including for measles. And speaking of measles, on this day in 1861, President Abraham Lincoln's sons, Willie and Tad, were diagnosed with measles, unfortunately adding to the president's many troubles at the time. However, the boys did recover from said measles.
What a heat wave with this weather.
Oh my gosh, it is so hot. Let me tell you, all the sweat in my hair is getting me down.
I have to say, I've not been enjoying the heat.
Well, it's feeling more like summer. Let's take a look at the next couple days. Today we see a daytime high of 95. We're going to have a low of 46 tonight. Tomorrow is going to be a blistering 98 with a low of 46. And then Sunday to close off the weekend, it's going to be 97 with a low of 51. Let's take a look at our current radar. It is nice and sunny, clear skies throughout the whole eastern plains right now. Let's move on to current temperatures. 92 currently here in Portales, 92 in Clovis, down in Hobbs, 93, and Lubbock, Texas is also at 93. Let's take a look at some allergies. Allergy report is in. We're going to see tree at a high level, pollen at low, ragweed at a low. The further we get into the season, the more these allergies are going to head up on levels. Tonight in Portales, you're going to see 48 with clear skies, winds out of the east at 8 miles per hour. That's all the weather I have for you right now. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thank you, Jaden. A Tohoaji man is currently facing federal charges after investigators say that 2 Navajo Nation Police Department officers were wounded during a standoff on the Navajo Nation reservation. Russell Secatero, age 29, is being charged with 2 counts of assault with a dangerous weapon and 2 counts of discharging a firearm during and in relation to a crime of violence. Secatero remains in the custody pending trial. If convicted on the current charges, he could face up to 20 years in prison.
Are you looking for something fun involving the outdoors? Oasis State Park just north of Portales is hosting its trout tournament this Saturday. The Eastwood Memorial Trout Derby has a cash-only entry of $5. The lake will have 50 tagged trout, offering a challenge for fishers. All ages are encouraged to enter the derby, with registration opening at 8 a.m. Any participant over the age of 11 must present a valid New Mexico fishing license. The event starts at 9 a.m. and lasts until 3 p.m., and this event will offer cash prizes and a raffle for a fishing rod and reel. This event was made possible by the Friends of Oasis and the New Mexico Wildlife Association. Make sure you come on out and enjoy the nice weather and catch some fish, win prizes, and have a great time with family and friends. And may the best fisher win. If you have any questions at all, please call Oasis State Park at 575-356-5331. Join us after the break for a full weather report with Jaden.
But first, let's take a look at today's financial market.
Welcome back to News 3 New Mexico. I'm forecaster Jane Phillips. Let's take a look at our current radar across the U.S. You're seeing a little bit of snow, a little bit of rain mix up around the Portland area, around the Canadian border, and then a little bit of snow up in Canada, around Halifax, and then New York, Washington, all getting a bunch of rain. Let's take a look at current temperatures. We're seeing 84 in Farmington, 84 in Gallup, 87 in Albuquerque. It's looking like summer here across New Mexico. 90 in Santa Rosa, up north, 83 in Raton, 85 in Clayton. Here in Portales, New Mexico, we are currently at 92. Roswell is at 94. Clovis at 92. Hobbs is at a astounding 93. And so is Lubbock, Texas. Let's take a look in our radar here in the eastern plains in New Mexico. You're seeing clear skies throughout most of the state. It's nice, sunny outside currently. It's a beautiful evening here in Portales. Let's take a look at our daily planner. You're going to see at 7 p.m. tonight, it's going to be 85. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. is going to be 56. And then tomorrow at 5 p.m., a blistering 96 tomorrow. So you move on to our wind forecast. You're going to see a little bit of gust here and there around tonight at 6 p.m. around 8 miles per hour out of the west. And then into the morning hours, you're going to see a gust of about 3 miles per hour. And then tomorrow, you're going to see a gust of 12 miles per hour out of the northwest to get the afternoon started. Let's move on to tonight in Portales. We're going to see 48 with clear skies, winds out of the east at 8 miles per hour tonight. Tonight's lows, you're going to see up in Farmington 44, Gallup at 39, Santa Fe at 45, 51 in Albuquerque, down in Socorro 53, Truth or Consequences 57, Santa Rosa is going to be at 56, Tucumcari 51. Here in Portales, we're going to see 54 tonight, as well as Clovis. Up in Panhandle, Texas, Amarillo is going to be at 58, and Lubbock, Texas will also be at 58, and then Roswell, New Mexico is going to be at 51 tonight. Let's move on to tomorrow here in Portales. We're going to see a daytime high of 98, sunny, winds out of the southwest at 14 miles per hour tomorrow. Let's move on to tomorrow's highs. It's going to be about the same. Summer-like temps, 89 up in Farmington, 88 in Gallup. In Albuquerque tomorrow, it's going to be 91. Down south, they're going to be in the mid-90s, and then Roswell at 93. Here in Portales, it's going to be 98 tomorrow, Clovis at 97, Tucumcari 99 tomorrow, almost triple digits up in Tucumcari, 98 in Amarillo, and then almost triple digits also in Lubbock, Texas at 99. Tomorrow night's lows, you're going to see 49 in Santa Fe, up in Raton 43, Tucumcari at 55, 55. Here in Patalas, we're going to see 57 tomorrow, and Clovis will be at 55. Amarillo, Texas tomorrow night will be 59. Lubbock, Texas at 60 tomorrow. Let's move over to some 7-day forecast. You're going to see Tucumcari is going to be with those summer-like temps. Next week, you're going to see 95 on Wednesday with a low of 52. And then next week, it's going to cool down on Friday with a low of 45 and a high of 71. Here in Patalas, we're going to see 99 tomorrow, Saturday. Sunday's going to be a bit breezy with 91 as a high, 45 as a low. And then next week, we're going to see 97 on Wednesday, 98 on Thursday. And then next Friday dips down a little bit to 75. So spring's kind of still there, but it's also feeling a little bit like summer.
You know, I really wish New Mexico would make up its mind. I saw that it jumped from a very high 90s back down to 70 for just one day and then right back up to that blistering heat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's all we have for y'all right now. Stay tuned after the break.
Welcome back. This Easter, families in Lubbock won't have to hunt very far for some springtime fun. The City of Lubbock's Parks and Recreation Department is cracking open its annual Easter Egg Extravaganza, a free community-wide celebration designed for all ages. From carefully planned egg hunts to hands-on activities, this event is no small feat. Here's News 3's Micah Hargers with more.
Easter Extravaganza is a big Easter celebration. It turned into a Lubbock tradition around in 2024. It was started by a group of community center supervisors who all had different Easter themed events going on at the same time.
From filling over 12,000 eggs to handmade decorations, the events team for the Parks and Recreation Department has been hard at work to present Easter Extravaganza. We talked with James Roy, the large community event supervisor for the Department of Parks and Recreation, to get some more exciting behind-the-scenes info on the upcoming festivities.
We're kind of revamping it based off of our needs from last year and the year before. Last year, unfortunately, we planned the event in the snow, and it kind of elevated the need to expand our programming to offer things that could be easily moved inside if we have to. We're still planning on having everything outdoors, but as of right now, we have field games, a bunny car hop, a bunny stroll. We typically get our team members put together around January. We started with getting all of our coordinators for each separate activity together, and they planned out the activities that were going into the factions, like the car hop, the bunny stroll, the field games, and the egg hunts. And we started planning the different aspects of it. Like last year, we ran an ADA egg hunt, which was very successful. This year, one of the team members planned the egg hunt to be a little more friendly towards the prep. We also started filling eggs right around February 28th, and I am proud to say that our team members have gotten about 12,000 eggs filled as of last Friday.
The event will be hosted at May Simmons Community Center, located on 2004 Oak Avenue. And thanks to the helping hands of volunteers and the support of the city's patrons, Easter Extravaganza has exactly the kind of success that allows Lubbock Parks and Recreation to keep growing its basket of activities for the entire community. With further discussion, Mr. Roy shares his hopes for how the event will impact that growth.
Are you looking for more eggs?
Events like this will bring on people of the community is that they're going to have more of a understanding of what the Lubbock Parks and Recreation Department offers. In the past, we've had customers come in and they're like, well, we didn't know that this community center or this senior center or these athletics fields offered so many things. So by bringing a large community event like this to the table, we can actually showcase what our staff does on a regular basis, what our community has to offer. And realistically, I want to also showcase that our staff is awesome. We've got an awesome staff at all of the community centers, all of the senior centers, all of the athletic fields.
It's looking like March 21st is shaping up to be an extra special day for families of all ages, and everyone is invited to take part. So if you find yourself in the Lubbock area, enjoy the fun and see how the Lubbock Parks and Recreation Department keeps raising the bar and baskets for community events. With News 3 New Mexico, this is Michael Hargers, hopping off.
Are you looking for more excellent fun this weekend? The Clovis Fun Center, located in Clovis, New Mexico, has opened their doors for the summer season. The center is open on Saturdays and Sundays from 2 p.m. to 9. They have go-karts, bumper boats, batting cages, mini golf, and a brand new attraction, paintball. There are plenty of price points to choose from and whole fun for the whole family. You can find more information on their Facebook page at clovisfuncenter.org or at their website, clovisfuncenter.com.
Artemis II arrived this morning, March 20th, at the launch pad 39B at 11:21 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The journey took 11 hours from the Vehicle Assembly Building to the launch pad. From here, teams will start the final preparation for Artemis II and the Orion spacecraft for the long-awaited launch aimed at April 1st. Here's a live look at the Artemis II space launch pad system on pad 39B as they prepare for this launch. This launch will put the crew in space for 10 days. In these 10 days, they will be orbiting the moon and covering approximately 685,000 miles before returning to Earth. We will keep you up to date on the Artemis II mission as NASA continues to make leaps in history. Coming up after the break, Owen will have his full sports report.
So make sure you stay tuned.
Welcome back, sports fans. I'm the best cornhole player I know, Owen Giesler. I'm going to give you your sports recap for the day. Let's go to the fast lane. NASCAR was in Las Vegas, Nevada last weekend at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The Pennzoil 400 was fast and was won by a driver out of JGR Racing Team. Denny Hamlin won his 61st race on Sunday after holding off a fast-charging Chase Elliott in the 9 car for HMS. This win put Denny 10th on the all-time wins list. It was also the first win since his dad passed away, making it emotional for Denny and his family. This week's track is somewhere else where Denny has had plenty of success. It is the Darlington Raceway in South Carolina. Yes, the famous Gold Year 400 is this year. If you didn't know, the track is also known as the Lady in Black, with a rich history of hard racing and tough turns. The track is egg-shaped and drivers will be wheeling it around the track. This weekend, practice for the weekend will be at 12:30 on Prime Video, and qualifying will be right after. And on Sunday will be the first race at 1 p.m. on FS1. The big question is, will Denny be the first 2-time winner this year, or will a Chevy Finale win a race this year? I guess you will have to tune in and watch this weekend to find out. The 5-seeded Texas Tech playing their first round game in the NCAA tournament. They played the 12-seed Akron, and Texas Tech dominated and scored 91-71. Tech was 11 for 20 on the three-pointers, and from the field was 34 for 53. Tech will play Alabama in the second round on Sunday. Stay tuned to see if the Red Raiders can keep on dancing in the tournament. The New Mexico Lobos men's team is playing in the NIT and hosting the regional round at the Pit in Albuquerque. They are also playing this Sunday as they play George Washington on ESPN Plus at 6 p.m. They won their first round game against Sam Houston with a score of 107-83. Good luck to these two teams as they march on in the tournaments. Eastern New Mexico has begun to do tailgates for the baseball team as of today. The 8-18 Greyhounds face off against the 1-25 Sul Ross Lobos today, and you can expect to see many of the student organizations setting up tents and grills to make the game the place to be. Tonight's game starts at 6 today, so if you're watching this with nothing to do, you can head to the baseball stadium and tailgate before watching some Greyhound baseball. Speaking of something kind of related, the Greyhound softball team just won against Midwestern State University, beating the Mustangs at their home field by 11-2. In the third inning alone, the Greyhounds were in a 7-0 lead, with players like Emily Marsh scoring 3 runs herself and grabbing 2 doubles from the plate. Seneca Arstead also was great defensively, also getting 8 putouts, and kept this game a low-scoring game for the Mustangs. Their next home game will be on April 1st against Texas Women's University. So let's hope the Greyhounds make the Pioneers the punchline of the day. Well, that's all the sports I have for you today. If everything goes to plan, I will be tailgating with everyone else on April 2nd as the baseball team goes against St. Mary's. So hopefully, look forward to that. I'm still the best cornhole player I know, and stay tuned for the pet of the day after this.
Welcome back. Today's pet of the day is Chombo. Chombo is the newest addition to my family. She is 3 years old and was adopted from the Clovis shelter. Her favorite toy is a good old piece of string.
If you would like a chance to see your pet on News 3's email some photos of them to news3nm@enmu.edu along with their name, age, and something you love about them.
Let's take one more look at that final weather tonight and into tomorrow and the next couple days. Tonight we're going to see here in Patalas, it's going to be 48 with clear skies, winds out of the east at 8 miles per hour. Let's take a look at Santa Rosa. We've seen a daytime high of 91 today in Santa Rosa. Tomorrow's going to be 95 and sunny, and then Sunday's going to dip down just a little bit with 86 and partly cloudy. Roswell, New Mexico is going to be 95 today ahead of daytime high, and then the rest of the weekend is just going to be 95 and sunny. Feels like summer there too. Here in Patalas, we've seen 64 currently right now. Saturday's going to be 98, and then Sunday 98 and sunny. So summer-like temps, I'm thinking that fishing tournament.
And that fishing tournament does sound good. I might go cast my reel this Saturday.
You know, that sounds nice. I might join you guys.
I might be able to get a tan as well. You know, I'm a little shiny up here, so getting a bit of color wouldn't be the worst.
I was in Vegas for spring break, and it was 100 degrees, so I already got the tan, you know. I need a fisherman's tan now.
Well, that's all we have today. Make sure you tune back in on Wednesday.
Thanks
Thank
for
you so
watching.
much for watching.